And we are back with Viewer Fridays. Let's go. Yo, what is up, Crocs and Clan members, Poke fans, and others who saw on this video? I'm SoresanCrockxen, and today's first Viewer Friday video is going to be from Desert100. He wanted me to make a rant about people considering Pokemon stale, and we're going to see if we get to that. But again, this is all just opinion stuff, right? This is all just me. This is what I think. So chill the fuck out. I always like to say that because people might get upset because, oh, you said this. It's not. It's not facts. It's just me stating crap. Okay? This is all my head. So the first thing is that I want to say is I kind of agree, which is why I wanted a break. I did not. One of the things I've been begging Nintendo since Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire came out is that they do not release another main series title this year. The thing with Pokemon is because we've had it be a yearly franchise for the past since Black and White started? No, but since Heart Gold and Soul Silver started, because we got Black and White literally maybe like a year after I think a little bit over a year after Heart Gold and Soul Silver came out, and then Black and White 2 came out right after that, and then we had X and Y, and then Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. It's just they've been so close together. There's no time to just let it flesh out on its own. So that's why I do not want whatever the next game that's gonna come out. I'm still begging for a Pokemon Z because let's be honest, X and Y wasn't that great. The thing that really pushed X and Y was it's finally 3D. We finally hit the 3D plane in a main series Pokemon title, and Megas. That's literally all Gen 6 brought. X and Y, for all intents and purposes, the story is lacking. Most of the characters are boring, and it's just not that great. It's fresh in terms of look and Mega Evolutions. Plus, they did make it easier for you to get into competitive stuff, which is always nice. I don't know. That's really all it has. Everything else is kind of mediocre. So yeah, I agree. It is getting kind of stale. I liked it when Pokemon was somewhat difficult. I mean, then again, Pokemon's never been a hard game, but it has had its challenging moments. I kind of wish it would go back to that. I hate it where, they made EXP share a thing where it's a key item now. Make the game harder so that you justify having it on, because for all intents and purposes, I have the XP share off all the time because I do not like it on. So that's that. Do I think it's going stale as a series? Well, I have hopes. For me personally, I'm such a huge fan of Pokemon that is my favorite series. It's my favorite anime and my favorite gaming series. It has been for the past freaking 15, 16 years. I just love this franchise. To me, Pokemon can do whatever the fuck they want with the franchise, and I'll still buy into it. That's how bad it is. I can't truly hate everything. Granted, they do have. I'm not such a fanboy where I'm blind to certain aspects, which is why I always shit on Diamond and Pearl. I feel like it was the worst in terms of a whole. It was just bad in my opinion. So I can see the bad side. I do see bad things in everything. Gen 1 wasn't perfect like people assume. Gen 1ers think Gen 1 is perfect. There's a lot of flaws with that game. There was a lot of shit in there that made no sense, and they were typing in there that were completely overpowered for no fucking reason. And whatever psychic types, you couldn't beat that shit. They had no weaknesses because the only weakness was Bug, and Bug couldn't even do shit because no Bug types learned any decent moves. That generation was flawed. Yes, it was innovated and it was the start of the whole thing, but it wasn't perfect. I hate it when Gen 1ers call out oh, that's the best. No, it's not. And one thing they bring up is designs. Have you seen Muck? Magnemite is literally just a ball with an eye and 2 magnets. How is that creative? You can't talk shit about the newer stuff because it's just they didn't do any better back then either. So shut your fucking mouth. Gen 2 had flaws too. It wasn't perfect. Like people like to say, "Oh, Gen 2 was the best because you had 2 regions." That doesn't make it better. That just makes the game longer. That's literally all it does. The only good thing about having 2 regions is you get to phase red at the end. But it doesn't make it the best. Gen 3, as much as I love it, I admit, and you have to surf around a lot. Gen 4, I keep saying I don't like Gen 4. Gen 5, a lot of the designs were crappy, but the story was the best in my eyes. I mean, every generation has its flaws. None of them are perfect. Pokemon, nothing can be truly perfect, and Pokemon can never be truly perfect. But it can be great. It has its moments, and to me, the fact that you can get emotionally invested in creatures that aren't even real has its props. I mean, literally, the thing that makes Pokemon so great is the fact that you get to connect with these virtual creatures. At the end of the day, you're still gonna pick which ones are your favorite. I mean, if you're going to competitive, yes, you're gonna end up using Pokemon that maybe you don't even care about. But half the time, people who do competitive shit anyways use Pokemon that they like, or if they don't like them, then they do kind of like get accustomed to, and they get used to them, and then they're like, oh, you know what, maybe this Pokemon wasn't so bad. That's what happened to me. There was a lot of Pokemon in Generation 5 that I just didn't give a damn about, but after using them competitively, I kind of like them now. Confagious is one of the main things. Like, I hated the fact we had a coffin for a Pokemon, but after seeing how bulky and defensive it was and how good of a tank it was, I kind of just like, hey, this thing isn't that bad. So I mean, that's how Pokemon is. Even as much as you can hate a particular Pokemon, somebody out there sees the positive and the good in that Pokemon. For example, Dunsparce, one of the worstest Pokemon in the world. There's a cult fan base. I mean, not a cult, but there's an underground fan base for that Pokemon. There's people out there who wish this thing would be better. They're like, give it a Mega, make it Fairy. When Fairy types was announced, there was a lot of people out there begging Dunsparce to be a fairy. And that thing is useless. I mean, most people even forgot about that fucking thing. Yet there was a group of fan base out there who were begging either for a fairy type change or a Mega. There's always something in each Pokemon has something, some kind of quality that somebody out there can connect with. Not only that, Pokemon's all about connecting, bringing people together. The fan base of Pokemon has a lot of ups and downs, but we're all together. We're all we're a union. That's what I love about Pokemon. It brings us together. And that's why I think it'll never go truly stale, because the fan base is still there. We're still with each other and we still have fun. Anytime a new game comes out, people get hyped. I mean, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, there was a lot of hype behind those games. And it brought some spark back. That's what Pokemon does. It brings a spark that's just hitting inside all of us. So while I do think that it's kind of a little stale right now because of this, we're just tired of this constant releases. If they give us a break, this is perfect. If the next game of the franchise, whether it's Gen 7 or the follow-up to X and Y, let it be in 2016. Not even early 2016. Make it like mid 2016. Bring it out around March or April. Don't give it to us in January. Don't release it in 2015 at all. Just don't do that. Give us a break. We need that break. Because right now, it's just too much for us. The Pokemon fanbase can only take so much. And right now, I just honestly feel like there's no need for it. Here's my thing. If you want to release a Pokemon game, make it a side game. Okay? We haven't had a Ranger game in years. I know it's not your most popular, but fuck, why not? Just throw another one out. Give us a better mystery dungeon, because that last one was a piece of shit. Let me be honest. I am a fan of the Mystery Dungeon series, and I was highly disappointed with that last one. Make a better one. Make one that goes back. You know which ones are your best ones? The Explorer series. Go back to that one. You can make it 3D. I don't fucking care. Just make it like that one. That story was phenomenal. Or fuck, give us a console release. Give us the next Pokemon console title. Whether it's no. It's not whether it better be like Coliseum and XD. I don't want no fucking Battle Revolution shit. You know what? It wasn't. It's not that it was a horrible game. It was just that it was a bad game, and we don't need that anymore. Okay, that literally was just Stadium in the Wii. We don't need that shit no more. We already got 3D in the main titles. Give us another, another story plot. It could still be in the Aura region for all. I mean, it doesn't have to be, but it could still be that. Just make it like those games where there's an actual story. You're a character going through a world. Don't give us this fucking you pick your Pokemon and going about. No, we don't want that no more. Okay, we don't need that anymore. Or fuck, I mean, people are harboring for Pokemon Snap 2. Go for it. Go nuts. The Wii U has a gyro. There was a trailer. You guys released a trailer in the Direct for a horror game where you practically do what you used to do in Pokemon Snap anyways. Just use the same concept. Have your Wii U gamepad and move around to take the pictures. That's all you need to do. That's as simple. If you guys know who Pokekels is, she's from the National Dex. She already has an idea for Pokesnap 2. Go check out her latest. She's doing a walkthrough right now of Pokemon Snap, the original, on the Wii. Like they have it downloaded. Check that out. She has an idea for Pokemon Snap 2, and it sounds awesome. I wouldn't mind playing that. Just give us something that's not a main series. That's gonna bring us a little bit of. It's gonna keep us steady without having to worry about the main titles. Because the main titles, since they're basically the same with some tweaks and differences, if you release them back to back, people will get tired of them. And that's what we don't want. We don't want to get tired with these games. So give us a break of the main series. Give us some fun side titles. Pokemon Rumble World, for all intents and purposes, is a fun game. I'm having fun playing that game. And it's not a main series title. Give us side stuff that's fun to play and will hold us off until we're comfortable putting our feet back into the main series. That's all I ask. Also, it wouldn't hurt to port Pokken Fighters into the Wii U. It wouldn't. I'm just saying that right now. It would not hurt your company if you release Pokken Tournament for the Wii U. That's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm SoresanCrockxen, Desert. I hope you liked this video and everybody else as well. I'm SoresanCrockxen, and I'll see you guys in future videos.